here you are, a broken mess, a waste of potential. Look at yourself, really look. Pathetic, ain't it? You had the world in front of you, and what did you do? You pissed it all away. And now you're sitting there, drowning in your own misery, crying about how unfair life is. Well, guess what? Nobody gives a damn. Not one soul is out there feeling sorry for you. They're just waiting for you to crumble completely so they can step over your lifeless body and move on with their lives. But that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to watch you fall. Nah, I'm here to light a fire under your sorry ass. I'm here to push you to the edge, to make you face the ugly truth you've been running from. I'm here to make you rise. You think you've got it rough? You think you're the only one who's had it tough? Wake up. Everyone's got scars. Everyone's got a story full of pain and regret. The difference between them and you, they're out there fighting while you're just wallowing in your self-pity, letting the darkness consume you. You think the world owes you something. You think because you've suffered, the universe should hand you success. That's not how it works. Not for you. Not for anyone. Let me tell you something. Your pain, your struggles, those are your greatest assets. Yeah, you heard me right. That pain you've been cursing, that suffering you've been trying to escape, that's the very thing that's gonna make you stronger. But only if you stop being a coward and start using it. Right now, you're letting it eat you alive, turning you into this weak, pathetic version of yourself. You're scared, scared of what you might become if you let that darkness inside you take over. But here's the truth. That darkness, that rage, that's where your real power lies. You've been fighting it, resisting it, and that's why you're losing. You need to embrace it. Let it fuel you. Let it turn you into something more than just another victim. I see the doubt in your eyes, the fear that's been gnawing at you. You've made mistakes, sure, big ones, and now you're sitting there, thinking you're too far gone, that there's no coming back from this. Let me set you straight. There's no redemption for you. There's no magical turnaround waiting to save your ass. The only thing that's real is this moment, right here, right now. You either rise or you fall. And if you fall hard. And nobody's gonna be there to pick you up. You'll just fade away, forgotten, like you never even existed. But if you rise, if you drag yourself out of that pit, no matter how broken you are, no matter how much it hurts, you'll find something more powerful than hope. You'll find purpose. That's what's gonna keep you moving forward when everything else is crumbling around you. Purpose is what's gonna drive you, push you to do things you never thought possible. But you've gotta earn it. It's not gonna come to you while you're sitting there, feeling sorry for yourself. You've gotta fight for it, bleed for it, suffer for it. That's the only way you'll ever find it. You think I'm here to coddle you, to tell you it's all gonna be okay? Hell no. I'm here to make you face the harsh reality of your situation. I'm here to shove your face in the dirt and make you realize just how low you've sunk. And then I'm gonna dare you to get back up. Because when you do, when you rise from this hell you've created for yourself, you'll be unstoppable. You'll be a force of nature, a storm that no one can tame. But let's not sugarcoat it. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna tear you apart, make you face every demon you've been running from. You're gonna have to confront every mistake, every regret, every weakness you've tried to bury. And it's gonna break you down. But that's the point. You need to be broken before you can rebuild. You need to tear yourself apart, strip away all the bullshit, and build something new, something stronger from the ashes. You're angry. I can see that. You're angry at the world, at the people who've wronged you, at yourself. But what are you doing with that anger? Are you letting it consume you? Letting it turn you into a hollow shell? Or are you gonna use it? That anger is your weapon, your fuel. It's what's gonna drive you forward, give you the strength to crush every obstacle in your path. But only if you take control of it, harness it, and make it work for you. Right now, you've got a choice to make. You can either give in to that anger, let it destroy you, or you can take control of it and use it to become something more. Because that's what you need to do. You need to become more. More than what you are. More than what you were. You need to evolve. To grow. To rise above the person you've been and become the person you were meant to be. But that's not gonna happen by itself. You've gotta make it happen. You've gotta fight for it. Every single day. Don't think for a second that this is gonna be easy. It's gonna be the hardest thing you've ever done. You're gonna have to dig deep. Find strength you didn't know you had. You're gonna have to confront your darkest fears, face your deepest regrets, and push through the pain. Because that's the only way you're gonna rise. That's the only way you're gonna become the person you were meant to be. And don't you dare think that someone else is gonna do it for you. No one's coming to save you. No one's gonna pick you up when you fall. You're on your own, and it's up to you to decide whether you're gonna stay down or get back up. This world doesn't care about your excuses, your reasons for giving up. It only cares about results. And if you don't deliver, if you don't rise, then you're nothing. You're just another name in the long list of failures. Another soul lost to the darkness. But if you do rise, if you do fight back, if you take control of your own destiny, then you can become something more, something powerful, something unstoppable. But it's all on you. It's your choice, your decision. No one can make it for you. You either rise or you fall. There's no middle ground, no safety net. It's all or nothing. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna rise, or are you gonna let yourself be crushed under the weight of your own failures? Are you gonna fight, or are you gonna rise, there's no turning back. Once you start fighting, you don't stop until you've won or until you're dead. There's no quitting, no second chances. You give it everything you've got, or you might as well not even bother. And if you choose not to rise, if you choose to stay down, then you've already lost. You've already given up on yourself, on your life. You've already decided that you're not worth the fight. But if you choose to rise, if you choose to fight, then you're making a statement. You're telling the world that you're not someone to be underestimated, not someone to be pushed around. You're telling the world that you're a force to be reckoned with, a storm that can't be stopped. But don't expect it to be easy. Don't expect the world to just roll over and let you win. It's gonna push back. It's gonna throw everything it's got at you, and it's gonna try to break you again and again. But that's where you've gotta be stronger. You've gotta be relentless, unyielding, unstoppable. You've gotta keep pushing, keep fighting, no matter how many times you get knocked down. Because every time you get back up, every time you rise, you get stronger. Every time you refuse to give in, you prove that you're not someone to be messed with. So rise. Rise from the ashes of your failures. Rise from the darkness that's been holding you down. Rise and become the person you were meant to be. Not because someone else wants you to. Not because you're trying to prove something to the world. But because you owe it to yourself. Because deep down, you know that you're better than this. That you're stronger than this. You've got fire in you. You've got a rage that could burn this whole world down if you let it. But you've got to control it, harness it, make it work for you. You've got to take all that anger, all that pain, and turn it into something that will drive you forward. Something that will keep you going when everything else is trying to drag you down. So, what's it gonna be? Are you gonna rise? Or are you gonna let yourself be crushed by the weight of your own failures? Are you gonna fight? Or are you gonna give up? The choice is yours, and it's the only choice that matters. Because once you make it, there's no turning back. Once you decide to rise, you don't stop until you've won, or until you're dead. There's no in-between, no half measures. It's all or nothing. So, rise. Rise and take control of your life. Rise and become the person you were meant to be. Rise and show the world that you're not someone to be underestimated, not someone to be pushed around. Rise and prove that you're a force to be reckoned with, a storm that can't be stopped. But remember this, once you choose to rise, you've got to be prepared to fight. You've got to be prepared to face the darkness, to confront your demons, to push through the pain. Because that's the only way you're gonna win. That's the only way you're gonna rise above the person you've been and become the person you were meant to be. So rise, rise and fight, rise and conquer, rise and become the storm. Because in the end, it's the only choice that matters.